What is good? This is Ahead of the Spread presented by Wager Talk. We're going to check out three of the NBA games tomorrow. We're going to check out the open numbers, notable line movements, and discuss key matchups and angles so you get an early edge for those three games tomorrow. I'm Ronald Cabang, and co hosting with me today, Skee Profit. As always, we're going to go ahead and talk about how we did today. 3-2 today overall, 2-1 in the NBA. I did go with the Pacers team total under and the Nets to cover. I also took that late ad stuff, man. Ski always gets me, and I added the Knicks late, thinking they would bounce back, and that was a terrible decision. But I did take it. I think before I knew, I thought Lamelo and those guys were going to be out, but it is what it is. So 2-1 in the NBA. In college basketball, I did have Houston on the full game. I saw you were on the first half. And then so we both cashed on that. And then I had Kansas. Now you warned me about Kansas, and I didn't listen.
They
But
stink,
yeah,
bro.
I know. So 1-1 in college basketball. Overall profitable day. But how'd you do today, Ski?
Yeah, I didn't want you to lose at all. I hope you didn't think that.
No, no,
I've been
no.
saying I have opinions, and I'm a very strong, opinionated person. So
Yeah.
you know that already by now. um, I made one play and I won. Houston first half. It was easy. Um, I'm disappointed that I didn't get to the window with two more. I really just overthought it, and like I really I wanted to fade Kansas so bad. I really did. I've been saying it for so long, and then when you told me you're taking the other side, I'm like, I pumped the brakes.
Yeah.
And then Michigan, I was gonna bet Michigan, so it would have been a little sweaty at the end, but
Mhm.
I'll take my 1-0 day.
Yeah. So I ended, how I had a profitable day today, but I did post some of my college notes. I did have Michigan, and um, what is that? What is that team that just finished? Freaking, they just covered against. Oh my God, what game just finished? I was just
And
watching. Huh?
no, no, not and that was earlier. Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. Yeah, I had that UNC Willington or whatever.
Uh huh.
Willingham. Yeah. Um,
Wilmington.
yeah, Wilmington. I can't ever say that correctly. But yeah, I ended up playing both of those because I had some extra cash to play with on the day, and both of those ended up cashing. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully we continue cashing tomorrow. Ski, I know you. We're both getting on the right track. Ever since that 0-5 day, I believe it's like 16-4 or something, 17-4 right
Nice
now.
work.
So I knew it was going to bounce back pretty strong, and hopefully we just continue doing it. All right, let's get into the NBA slate for tomorrow. We got three games that we're going to talk about, and the three games will be Rockets Heat, Cavs Suns, and Grizzlies versus Clippers. All right, let me share the screen here. So we have Odds Logic. I'll bring up the NBA page. If you guys want to test out the odds logic for 7-day trial, there's a link in the description. Don't have to add your credit card or anything like that. Just go ahead and sign up, and you get free 7 days to try it out. But you can see you can have they even have the PPHs here, and as well as the casinos and the other books, online books. You can customize them. You can see however you want to order them. Ticket splits, ticket and money splits, all that. Open number consensus, injuries and alerts as well. So make sure you guys try that out with the link below. All right, and then let's get to that first game here. We got Houston and Miami. Houston opened up at -5.5. Still seeing 5.5s across the board. Actually, a five here at FanDuel. Total opened up at 213.5. Still 213.5 across the board. Let's look at the injury report. We'll go Miami first. All right, so we got Wiggins questionable, and the three guys out who have been out for a while. If we go to Houston, Thompson upgraded to available. Youcapper is ruled out. Let's go over to themoneybar.com. Situational stuff here, not much. Rockets in season revenge on their side. We have, I think they were, yeah. So this is their second game on the road. They've been at Houston was at home for 60 straight games. two straight games for travel, but they didn't really have to go too far. They were at Orlando a couple of days ago, Miami now, and then Miami they just lost to Detroit. I think that was the game winner by Cade right there. So heartbreaking loss there. What are your thoughts on this one, Ski?
It's not making sense to me. I mean, the line is 5.5, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it 5.5? I mean, aren't these two teams these are going in opposite directions? The Heat have lost, I think they've lost 8+ in a row, and I think the
Mm-hmm.
Rockets have won 8+ in a row.
Yep.
5.5? That's it. It feels like they're kind of begging you to take the Rockets, and that I don't love, but Heat just aren't doing very much right. Um, yeah, so if 1+1 = 2, which I know sometimes it equals 23.
23. That's the number right there.
but I would have to say Rockets, man.
That makes sense to me. One way, all right, so train of thought similar, right? Like thinking that the 5.5 seems kind of tricky here, but one way that I was thinking of pivoting just in case, because I think that if the Heat cover, I think it would be a lower scoring game. And even if they do cover, they would probably stay under their team total. One thing that I was looking at here was Heat team total under, whether they cover or not. I think that might be the way to go here. Rockets opponents on the season, they've been strong at limiting their opponents 39, 30, and 1 to the team total under. As road favorites, their opponents are 11 and 7 to the team total under. One thing that I was looking at here, they're in that revenge angle, right? So if you go to season equals 2024 and team equals Rockets, so road favorite here first. And we look at the team total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I said that 11, 7, 11 and 7 to the team total under. But if you include that they're in that revenge angle, they show up defensively. Their opponents in that spot 5-0 to the team total under, whether they covered or not. So they could cover, they could not cover, and they still limit their opponents scoring wise. So that was one way that I was thinking of pivoting there. If you look at last 10 games here, we go to last 10 games. You can see pace of play 24. Their offense really struggling there. Rockets defense pretty solid. Even if the Heat do bounce back in some fashion, to me, I think it would be more defensively than offensively. So team total under on the Heat side would be my top look on this one. All right, let's move on to game two. And that would be Cleveland and Phoenix. Cleveland opened up at -7. We're seeing it come down to actually we're seeing a 6.5 at Pinnacle, a 7.5 at BetMGM and FanDuel. So line shop there depending on what you like. Total open up at 240. Seems like it's coming down as low as 239 FanDuel and Pinnacle. 240s are still available though. Let's go to the injury report. We'll go to Cleveland. Cleveland doesn't show anything right now. And then if we go to Phoenix, Grayson Allen questionable, Bradley Beal out indefinitely. I feel like I know what you're gonna say about this one. It's Phoenix, like hell no, right? But from an ATS perspective, I think these two teams are going in opposite directions right now. Similar to what you just talked about with Rockets and Heat. Cavs failed failed to cover in 6 of the last 8. Suns 6-2-1 ATS over the last 9. Um, I know typically would look away from the Suns just from an overall perspective on the season. ATS right there, both teams like on the full season, kind of looking like that. But what are your thoughts here based on current form?
Well, you listen to what I say, but I'm more with what you were saying, after your guess. I
Mm-hmm.
think that Cavaliers lately, like they haven't been playing like the same. They've
Mm-mm.
lost 3 in a row. I don't think they've lost 3 in a row all season long before this stretch right here. Um, and I'm not sure that they care that much right now. Like I really want to be betting on the motivated teams. The
Mm-hmm.
Cavaliers pretty much, locked up the 1 seed in the East unless they just continue to lose outright. But
Yeah.
they're just so far ahead. I think that they don't have as much motivation as these other teams. The Suns, um, They got a lot of work to do, and they need every single win. So being the more motivated team, being at home, I know they didn't play great competition their last couple games, but
Mhm.
putting up 127, 129, good sign for the offense. Winning both of those games, it's Phoenix surpass, and you're giving them
Mhm.
points. I'd have to look towards Phoenix.
I agree. I thought you were gonna say hell no, even though recent form was obviously going towards Phoenix, but I agree. I think you can see a lot of things here too as far as like travel goes. Look how many games in a row they've had to travel. They haven't been in the same spot for multiple games now. Travel fatigue there, momentum. More on the Phoenix side as well as what you said, motivation. Right? They're still in the running for that play-in spot. And KD being where he's at right now as far as like age goes, I feel like he doesn't want to have any season not going into the playoffs, period. So there's a lot of motivation on their side, in my opinion, especially with KD. Um, they got a little bit of extra rest going into the game with Milwaukee as well. So yeah, I feel like this is a Phoenix spot here. I would say Phoenix or nothing. Their offense, you mentioned Phoenix's offense has picked it up. Defense hasn't been there too much, but yeah, I would say momentum, motivation on the Sun side right there. So would look towards them. All right, let's go on to the third game. Memphis and LA Clippers. Memphis Grizzlies, LA Clippers. We got Clippers opening up at 6.5. Still 6.5 across the board. We have 230.5 at the total has come up to as high as 231.5. There's still a 230.5 available at DraftKings. Let's go to the injury report. We'll go to Memphis. Morant has been ruled out. And then we got the Clippers side. Seems like a clean slate there. All right, over at the moneyballer.com, they do have the double digit in season revenge for the Grizzlies. A bounce back spot as well. They did lose outright to the Blazers. And then the Clippers, 2+ days of rest. They do have the rest advantage there. Coming off a win as an underdog too. They did beat the Cavs outright at home, but they've been at home for quite a bit. I mean, for about 5 days now. So, what are your thoughts here on this one, Skee? This one's. It seems like the Clippers are starting to peak right now with everyone being healthy. I can only look in their direction right now.
I agree. Everybody healthy. Um, the Clippers, they're Jekyll and Hyde as far as home and road splits,
Mm,
and winning their last 4 games, staying at home for their third straight game. Meanwhile, Memphis, I mean, a blowout loss to Portland and another blowout loss to Sacramento. That's kind of red flags to me for them.
mm-hmm.
So um, I think Clippers well rested at the house, healthy, like you said. Everything just points to them for me. All season long, they've been money at the house. I think they'll be again on Friday.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think the Clippers is the side. If you don't like the side, I think one way to pivot would be the team total over on this one. You can see the Clippers here; they've gone over in 5 straight. They're healthy overall, right? They got Powell back. A couple of things here. You mentioned the Clippers at home. Looks like 24-10 ATS at home compared to 12-20-1 on the road. So like you said, kind of Jekyll and Hyde home the road. So kind of look towards that. And then you look at the Grizzlies, 5-2 to the over as road dogs, 11-5-1 to the over when less rested. And you can see them scoring a bunch, but they're also giving up a bunch. 12-5 opponents team total over when the Grizzlies are road dogs. And then the Clippers at home, when they're covering, they're putting up points. 12-10 to the over. Team total over as home favorites, but overall at home they just score a lot more than they do on the road, as far as like efficiently. Clippers team total over to me seems like a spot here. If you look at the last 5 games since that streak of team total overs, first in offensive rating. Obviously their pace is kind of slow, but if the Grizzlies have any control of this pace or the game as far as pace goes, they could fly over their team total. So if you don't like the side as far as like the number where the number is at, I think Clippers team total over could be a solid way to go. All
That
right,
makes sense to me.
yeah,
I think that they've already been scoring like 119 plus every game. That's pretty much or I think the team total is coming out for tomorrow, so I could absolutely see it.
gotcha. All right, let's go. Pull the screen down here. All right. So with that said, that's the three games, guys. Before we go into the top looks, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button, and also on the banner down there, you see our capper pages. WT.buzz /HP for Skee, and then WT.buzz /RC for myself. I know this is an NBA show. So we have the 33% off the 7-day NBA pass for myself or Skee with the coupon code NBA33. But I know it's prime time college basketball season, so make sure you guys check out the Wager Talk site specifically because they have other deals going on that includes like all access and all that stuff too. So make sure you guys check out the site there. And also you saw odds logic, the odds page that we use, the link is in the description if you want to try out for 7 days. The moneyballer.com, the site that we use that had the situational notes, the the stats and trends. You can get a 3-day trial there over at the wager talk the moneyballer.com. Anything else, Key, before we talk about our top looks?
Nah, just appreciate everybody in the chat. Uh RI Stunner, Chip Plylar, B Man, my guy, OG Wham Bam. Just appreciate everybody staying up late. Like I always say, capping the games and just supporting the show. Much appreciated. If you like what you're seeing, what you're hearing, hit the like button for us. Helps the show out. Lets the
Mhm.
people at Wager Talk know that, maybe we should keep this thing going. So um yeah, that's what I got. As far as top looks, we talked about three games. One of them, one of them, I don't even remember. So I don't have a top look in that game.
This guy.
Phoenix +7,
Yeah.
Clippers -6.5, or Clippers team total over.
All right, gotcha. All right, so similar for me. The first game I did talk about the Heat team total under. That was one. Suns +7 for the second game, and then the third game, Clippers team total over 118.5. So those are our top looks for those three games, guys. With that said, that is the end of the show. Whether you fade or follow, it is on you to make that call. Good luck with our reaction. Until next time, peace.
Let us know what you think of RC's new hat in the comments.
He's